Okay, in this lesson we're going to talk about how the lines and spaces on the grand staff relates to the piano itself. Okay, if you see a note on this space, well, where's that at on the piano? If you see a note on this line, then where's that on the piano? Okay, we're going to start off on the treble clef, and we're going to start off by, if you notice, you have, as we talked about earlier, 5 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have 4 spaces. Okay, we have here middle C. This is middle C on the treble clef. You have it is 1 space / line below the 5th line on the treble clef, the 5th line or the 1st line, depending on how you count it. Okay, so where's this middle C at on the treble clef? Well, middle C, you should all know now, is here. That's middle C. So you have C, so it'll be line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line. Okay, so we're going to go C, which is middle C, D, E, F space is a line, G, A space, B line, C space, D line, E space, F line. Okay? And one thing that can help you to, I guess, better memorize the what the line is and what the space is in relation to the note on the keys is, when you look at here, this is F, space, here's F, space here is A, the space here is C, the space here is the E note. So what does that spell? F, A, C, E. So all the spaces on the treble clef is F, A, C, E. Okay? So now for the lines, here's another. This is E, G, B, D, F. And a way that something that can relate to that can help you remember this: every good boy does fine. E, G, B, D, F. Every good boy does fine. So now on the spaces of the treble clef is face, F, A, C, E. On the lines is every, which is E, G, good, B, boy, D, does, F, fine. Which in essence correlate with what you have here. Find middle C. Have the ledger line going through there because you run out of lines on the staff itself. So after you run out of lines, you have to use ledger lines. So that's middle C with the ledger line. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so we move down to the bass clef. Okay, in the space you have A, C, E, G, which is ace, A, C, E, and then you just pop a G in there. So again, ace, A, C, E, then you pop a G in there, just G. You're going to have to remember that G. So ace, A, C, E, then the G. The spaces. Then you have, on the lines, it have G, B on that line, D on that line, F for that line, and A for that line. Good boys does fine always. Or rather, good boy does fine always. Okay? So now, we need to find the G. So, if you notice here, one thing that can help you, What is this? This is middle C. What is this? If you've done any of the hand exercises, you know I always start with middle C. Then I go one octave back to one octave back of C, and that's normally where I start the right hand on the hand exercise. So that's middle C. Go one octave back to a C. So middle C, one octave back. Then you go one white note rather, two white notes, three white notes. That's G. So that's here. So that's on that line there is G. That space is A, line is B, space is C, line is D, space is E, line is E, space is G, line is A, space is B, and the ledger line is C, which you back on the middle C. Middle C there. Okay, so now let's go. G, A, excuse me. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, middle C. Okay. So now you can take this video and you can replay it as many times as you want to, and until you get it. It's just a matter of just a repetition. It's just a matter of just exposing yourself to it and just going through it over and over again. Just remember, on the treble clef, in the spaces, it's F-A-C-E, which spell face, F-A-C-E. That's the spaces on the lines. It's every good boy does fine. E, G, B, D, F. Okay, on the bass clef, the spaces is A, C, E, G. So that's spelled ace, A-C-E. Then you're just going to pop a G on top of that in that space, which is a G. So now on the line it'll be G, B, D, F, A. So good boys does fine always. Good boy does fine always. And now you know how to find yourself in relations to what key. Okay, middle C, you know, middle C is here. This C here is basically, as we said, you're going to the left, you're going down. This is the bass clef, so you're going down. So middle C, one C down, three white notes, 1, 2, 3. That's your G. And you just, and you're back at the middle C. In your middle C, you go all the way up to the F on the treble clef, middle C. There you go. Well, I hope this video has been of help to you. If you have any comments on it, just leave me some comments, send me an email, and I'll definitely be sure to answer any questions you may have. Until the next time, have a great life.